What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Brunch with DESB. I'm your host, Des, also known as DESB, and we're feeling pink today. I wanted to show you guys, I haven't hung it up yet because I don't know how that's going to happen, but I wanted to show you guys my sincerely sign. Wyatt actually got this for me last Christmas. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next day, you sincerely gave it away. So he got this for me last Christmas, and then we fucking moved, and I lost my podcast room. But like I told you last week, Wyatt moved out of my office. Like, it's my office now, bitch. And so I put it up behind me. So it's not like hanging up, but it is cool. Therefore, I'm kind of off center, but like I really wanted you to like see it. And I figured I could still maybe be in the frame. I don't know. We'll see. So if you're watching, enjoy. Hope you're having a great, beautiful start to December. I am. Honestly, like I am. I'm going to tell you that straight up. I'm feeling pink, to be honest. Like, I feel this tint of pink that came back, and it's so evident. Like, it's so funny. I cannot hide my emotions like worth a fucking damn. If I'm struggling, I might not say it, but like the energy I give off doesn't fucking lie. You know, like I can try to muster through it. And I'm sure you guys can too, right? Like at some point you do have to just decide, hey, I got to just keep showing up, right? But when I'm in my zone, I feel like I am so fun to be around and to watch, right? Like I'm not saying I wasn't before, but I was going through a lot, you know, holy shit, postpartum and 3 kids. Like it really is not a joke. Like it really isn't, on top of just life, right? On top of life, on top of like taking care of clients, work. Like I don't just sit here and fucking post links all day and take selfies. Like I have a fucking job, you know? And so it's been a lot to find this new balance with the kids while also taking care of my marriage, which transparently I haven't, you know, like it's been hard. We haven't at all. Both Wyatt and I, like I would say this to his face. He would say it to mine. It's been just a tough transition, which is normal and it's fine. But we actually got to go on a date night last night, and we made some kind of, it's cheesy, and I thought it was cheesy, but our accountant was like, dude, go do this. She wanted us to come back with some goals that we have for like next year and just whatever. So Wyatt and I got out for about probably an hour and a half. We sat down, we had a drink together. I actually had a tequila mule. Bitch, if you haven't yet, go. Haven't yet, go. Go have a tequila mule next time that you go to the bar. So we had a drink, and we just wrote down some stuff we want to accomplish in 25, and we got to talk about it. And the biggest thing that came from that situation and sitting down and doing that is I realized how fearful I am to set goals. As much as I'm a go-getter, to say what I want to do scares the fuck out of me, because when I don't achieve it, I feel like a failure. And that's a me problem. I need to work on that. And maybe it's something you need to work on too in 2025. Like, just because you didn't hit the mark doesn't mean you're a failure of doing it. Like, so Wyatt had this goal. He wants to do this and this, right? And he was like, I know it's crazy, but like, I want to do this, right? And I looked at him, I'm like, because again, setting goals makes me anxious. And he said, oh, so I don't do it and I do this instead. Oh, so bad. You know, like making a joke. It's like, oh, kind of like shoot for the moon, land on the stars, right? Oh, you didn't make it to the moon? Well, bitch, you're still on a star. You're still in the galaxy, you know, like it's like aim high, you know. They always say goals should scare you. And a lot of the times, you know, we'll all say that, oh, if you're not setting big enough goals, like, you know, you should be scared. We'll say it, but we won't follow it, right? Like we won't follow that same energy. So I'm giving myself the permission in 2025. I want to make goals that are kind of scary. And I want to make goals that maybe I won't hit, but that's fucking okay. And that's life. So we got a date night. We prioritized our marriage last night. It was good. It's funny how just simple connection, sitting across from each other, just talking uninterrupted without kids screaming, crying around you, you can find so much gratitude in it. So I wanted to share that little victory. And you know, you might be looking at me too and being like, damn, bitch, you're looking hot today. First, thanks. Thanks. There are a few things I want to put you on right now. If you are a fucking fellow mom or an on-the-go busy ass woman, which most of us are here, guys, I have to put you on this hairstyling cream. I'm sure we've all by this point heard of Dae Hair, D-A-E, right? cutie brand founded by a woman. It's awesome. Women for women, you know, we slay. When the hype of Dae became real, all the influencers were using it, right? And I was just like, like boo-hoo. Like, I'm sure it's just a product they're all getting paid to fucking use. Like, you know, I don't know. I'm not biting the bullet on the hype, okay? Well, Sephora had a sale a few weeks ago, and I picked up this. It was called the Social Butterfly set. It came with a dry shampoo powder, which is a newer product of theirs. The like, is it prickly pear or cactus? Oh, wait, it's some cactus styling cream. And then it had this like little brush, you know, you could kind of get those flyaways down. As a postpartum mom losing my fucking hair, I'm like, you know what? Why not have good hair even though I'm losing my mind? You know, losing hair and losing my mind. So I got this set. The first day I used this dry shampoo, I was fucking shook. Literally, I gasped when I did it. And I was like, holy shit, the volume I had, the way it just absorbed every oil in my head, like it was literally I was like, am I hallucinating? Like, I felt like I was fucking high off this product. It made me so happy. Why? Why did dry shampoo powder make me that happy? It was called like fairy dust, I think is what they call it. That's the only powder I want on my fucking head. All right. So first off, got to put you on that. It was a great product. 500% worth it. Okay. That's number one. Number two, that styling stuff. I've always gotten the really cheap wax stick off Amazon. Don't get me wrong. Does the same thing. Okay. But it does leave your shit real greasy. What I've noticed with the styling gel is that my hair not at one point today has looked greasy and this motherfucker hasn't moved. I used a little brush and I tamed down these little postpartum flyaways as well as like the hairs on top. My slicked back fucking claw clip is so snatched today. So if you are looking for a last minute gift, you know, all your family's like, bitch, tell us what you want for Christmas. And you're like, I don't know. Tell them that. Dae Hair, I think it's called Cactus Styling Cream, and the Fairy Dust, whatever powder. Okay. This new set, this Paragon set comes out on the 12th. It's their new launch Velocity. I look so good in this blue right now. Like, I'm really vibing with it. It's kind of giving seasonal depression, but like upgraded luxury. So this is their new sweat set. I got to remind myself of what it's called. Like, you know, God bless me. Trying to fucking memorize, you know, everything under the goddamn sun that is launching. It is called the half zip up sweatshirt in the Legacy Boyfriend Jogger in Air Luxe. Okay. It's new fabric. When I tell you, okay, so I've told you guys, I've been honest, like Paragon has been like really just kind of missing the mark for me recently. Like, it was just like, okay, constant, like issue after issue, sheerness, etc. These last two launches, Velocity and Glitch, have been good. The fabrics have been a little thicker. I really love the new Formlux fabric, as well as like, you know, this feels good, right? So I'm happy, right? They're still a small business. I'm not like trying to judge. It's just like, bro, if we're gonna be increasing prices and shit, we need to figure this out, okay? My point being, they got this right. They got this one fucking right. I will tell you that. I think this is only coming though in like 3 colors, and I'm so sad because I wish this came in like an espresso color and in more like neutrals. Love the blue. I'm wearing a medium and a medium. Perfect sizing. Like, I wouldn't have done any more. Wyatt just passed by with Evie. She just woke up. Girly pop. So highly recommend. If you wanted to skip the rest of the collection, it's nothing you're going to regret. I'm going to be honest. Good bras, good high impact bras for your big chested girls. This definitely some bras you want to scoop up. Don't get me wrong. The Rec Stretch flared leggings, I'm not going to lie, they're a hit. They finally have a 34-inch inseam and they fit really well. So there's a few things, but don't skip this. Like, this is luxury. I love the threading. Like, I don't know. It's just, dude, it's nice. I'll tell you that much. It's fucking nice. It's finally nice, you know? So anyways, hope you guys have had a great week. That's what I wanted to put you on. Speaking of putting you on, I have finally my script in front of me. I told you I raw dogged last week. That was probably kind of chaotic. So big news, Spotify Wrapped is out. We've seen it. We've already seen it everywhere. Everyone posts their Spotify Wrapped. Hot take here. Post it all. Post it all. Post it. Because I need to know if I fuck with you or not, you know? And by knowing who you listen to, how much you listen to them, who you're a top fan of, etc., post it. I don't need the end screen. Show me every fucking slide. Show me. Show me your top song. Show me your top artist. Show me your top podcast. Like, I need to know what kind of person you are. And I think you can tell a lot by music, podcast choices, and the amount of time spent listening as well. You know, people who start tipping into like 40,000 plus minutes listened, I'm like, I hope you commute a lot, right? Or like, how are you listening so long? Are you the chaotic person who fucking pushes play and falls asleep in bed just to get some streams? Like, sometimes Spotify Wrapped can feel a little competitive, but I will say I was shocked at my Spotify Wrapped this year, only because I really thought that in my top songs, it would be the like brown noise sound, and it wasn't. So that was good. But dude, I will let that bitch play for like 12 hours. All right, so here's my Spotify Wrapped, the end screen. I'm only sharing the end screen. I know I just told you guys, oh, I see it all. I'm sharing the end screen for right now. My top artist, Taylor Swift. I was in the top 3% of her listening, which I was proud of, because 3% is good. 3% says, hey, like, I don't fuck around, but I'm also not in the weird like 1 to 2% or high ones even, where it's like I'm finding all the Easter eggs. I'm kind of a chaotic Swiftie. That's not me. You know, I like to lay low. What can I say? My second artist, top artist, was Sabrina. My third artist was Olivia Rodrigo. This one that one hurt me, because I feel like I was truly trying to outplay her from being in my top, and I don't understand how she still got there, but I think that goes to show how, mind you guys, dude, I have not listened to her but maybe 2 to 3 times since March. So if that goes to show how hard I rode for her before my embarrassing concert experience, no lie, you know? That was rough. Fourth was Charlie XCX. Duh. Fucking so brat this year. And then Oliver Tree. Top songs, I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. Please, please, please. Fortnite, Taste, and Espresso. So literally almost half and half of Sabrina and Taylor, which like I love. I did get this note.
Spotify. That's so nice of you. I look back on this year and I think about how special you guys made it for us being on the Eras Tour.
It's Taylor.
We went all over the world. We went to Europe, Australia, Asia, back through America, then to Canada. And so thank you.
No, like literally in this video,
it's just been such a wild ride.
She's glowing. Like, she literally is glowing. Her body looks amazing. She looks so fucking healthy. I'm so happy for her. Next update we have, I've been thinking about this, is we are not going to have, this is crazy, for the first time, like, I mean, literally ever, since probably 2017? No, 2018, I had my first New Year's challenge, I think. Yeah, 2018 was my first New Year's challenge. We will not be having a New Year's challenge this year. It's kind of crazy to say out loud again because of just how often we've done it, right? But the more that I sat back and after this whole just Black Friday and just people buying and selling and whatever, I was like, why would I tell someone to buy yet something else after just the chaos of the holidays, you know? And it felt slimy to me, you know? I was like, I don't like it. I'm not feeling it. I'm not vibing with it. And you guys know my vibe doesn't lie. If I'm not vibing with it, I'm not going to be passionate about it. I'm not passionate about a New Year's challenge. I'm just not. When I think of a typical person like myself, even with a family and in life and wrapping up the end of the year and going into a new year, the beginning of the new year is fucking chaotic. I don't know about you. Nothing about it is relaxing to me. So knowing that a lot of you guys go through the same thing, and also asking a lot of my community, like some even teachers were like, I'm returning from winter break. It's always a lot. Someone else like, it's report card season. A lot of people say, you know, we usually travel back home from in-laws. Like a New Year's challenge stresses me out. So we're going to push our New Year's challenge to February. And I want you guys to think of this mentally as more of a New Year's challenge 2.0. It's easy to be motivated in January. You have to choose to be motivated in February, in March, in April, in May, in June, etc. throughout the rest of the year. It's easy being motivated on the first. New year, new me, fucking bad bitch. What happens when February comes? What happens when that first month goes by? Yeah, maybe you haven't lost any weight yet, or you haven't hit some goals that you wanted, or you started to fall off already. What happens in February? That's why we're having a challenge in February. So it's going to be probably the end of January, beginning of February. We're going to, open and start. Gives us a few more weeks in the beginning of the year to just relax and settle into whatever this new routine is for us. And in January, I'm actually going to be launching a specific program for all members. And if you're not a member, I'm going to be hosting a deal. I don't know if it's going to be just for the first week of January only or kind of like a New Year's thing, but I am going to be hosting a 50% off the first month, or, get the first month for X amount of money, like whatever it might be. So if you're questioning joining the membership, you get something to follow for that first month. So if you're looking for a challenge, you're looking for something to kind of follow and, be excited and ignited about, we're going to have that in the January program. We're going to have the monthly workouts, and I'm also going to have a 3-day program, 3 or 4 days. I'm kind of deciding. Kind of a busy girl, busy new year vibe program out. This will be yours to keep as a member. So again, it'll be in your membership tab to utilize. The minute you're not a member, you don't get access to it anymore. But it's just another program that's going to be available to you guys in the membership for free. You're paying for the membership, but you get this program for free. And it's important for me to start building a plethora of plans in there. So if you have any goals, whether you're prepping for a wedding or you're busy or you need a 2-day workout per week or you want to grow your glutes, I want to have specific training that really showcases all of those different goals. So January, we're still going to have some. And guess what? If you're already a member, you're already ahead of the game. You get awesome December workouts. You already get all the pregnancy guide, the core guide, the postpartum guide, and then in January, you'll get this as well. So all members, you will then get a small discount into the challenge as well, just to honor, having a membership and being able to do both, because challenges are going to always be separate. They are. We tried to do them in the challenge in the membership before, guys. I'm telling you, it was a fucking shit show. You got to learn. And I learned. You know what I mean? Not the move. So challenges are forever just separate. But we are going to be making some changes in 25 to those in our first challenge specifically. I'm not going to spill any tea here yet. If you're a 4 weeks for gains girl right now, you'll kind of learn more about our new challenge coming up. But we are making some adjustments in the year, and they're going to be adjustments that really just suit who we are now. And I'm excited because, I'm not a bodybuilder anymore. A lot of us aren't. And it can be a hard thing to let go, let go of that style of training and the intensity. But we're just not in that season right now. I don't think a lot of my community is in that season right now. We kind of have to just honor that. So that's exciting. Just wanted to pop that in there and share it. I'm pumped. We still got the pregnancy guide for sale if you just want to buy it, or again, it's in the membership. You can use code DESB or Brunch with DESB at any point for $10 off your first month. So if you want to join before then, feel free. But if you can do something for me this week that is just quite literally $0, tell someone to join my membership. Tell someone to join my program. Tell someone to do something. That supports me more than you know. Word of mouth is how businesses grow. And that means a lot to me. If you're a member, make sure that you go on your tab in your membership and make sure you copy your referral link. You give $10 off to your family member, your friend, whoever, for them to join the membership. You get 10 towards your account. So if you get 3 friends to join for January, you get $30 on your BFit account. If you get 10 friends to join, you get $100 on your BFit account. You know what I mean? So if you already love the workouts, tell your friends and then get money back on your account for it. It makes sense. Work every month. This is how I work. Work every month to make your membership free. You know what I mean? Every month, how can I get 2 to 3 people to sign up just to try it for a month? Even if they cancel, who cares? You still made your $10. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to share that. I love what I do so much. And if I talk about it too much and I don't want to hear about that, honestly, too fucking bad, because I love what I do. I love what I do. I'm so grateful for what I get to do. And you guys are a huge part of it. Huge part of it. And I appreciate it more than you know. So that is what's good for today. Watches for the week. I did start watching this show Madness on Netflix. It was rated number 1. And so far I really enjoyed it. It's intense. Like the first episode, I was like, whoa. My heart rate was so sky high. I had to tell Wyatt, I was like, can we turn this off? Like, if I'm going to be able to sleep tonight, I need to relax. And I was not relaxing in that show. So during the show, it opens up with this guy, and he's running, he's just like running. He's doing a run, and the credits are playing, whatever. And it had me think about something. You could not pay me to run on fucking TV. Never. Because you know what the first thing I did? I was judging how he was running. Like, I was like, does he look weird? Are his knees caving in? Is his gait weird? Like, I immediately judged the way he ran. What are his arms doing? Is he fucking T-Rexing? Like, I was a judger. I was a fucking hater. Luckily he had great running form. Not every person does when you see him run on camera. Not every person does. You would catch me fucking dead running on a TV show for the plot. Absolutely no. The plot fucking stops here. I'll tell you that much. So go watch Madness if you haven't already, and don't run on TV. Like, literally just don't do it. It is so embarrassing. Why is running so embarrassing? Like, even if I was running through the woods, like, away from a killer, I feel like I would be embarrassed. Like, I'd be like, don't look at me. Like, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't look at me. Like, for real, why is running so embarrassing? Even if you look, like, I think I look decent running. I got like a runner's stride. I mean, I was a runner in high school, but even when I ran, I remember being so embarrassed at my running form. I was like, oh my God, do I look what do I look like from the back? Oh fuck, it gave me so much anxiety. So if you're in the same boat, like, just don't walk. Like, I'd rather catch me fucking speed walking. Like, please God. And everything just like jiggling everywhere. Oh my God. Like, please, Lord, no. I did finish up a book this week too. By the way, I wanted to share. I finished up Ward D by Frida McFadden. Not my favorite ever. I don't know if I'm just burnt out of her style of writing because I've literally read like 12 of her books in the past month. And it kind of gives me like Colleen Hoover vibes, where you just like read so many and then you're kind of like, okay, like I need a new author, I need a new storyline. So I'm in this like, psycho thriller group on Facebook, and they recommend books all the time. So I'm going to scroll through there and kind of decide what book I want to read next, and kind of like play around with it. But yeah, it was a lot. So just, it was good. Oh my God. I don't know if you guys have read Ward D before, like, comment below and like, let me know. Cause I just don't know if it was like really the move for me. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. I talk about BetterHelp a lot, seeing as that it's benefited me in the past 2 years. Some people think, maybe, things have to get really bad until you can go to therapy. You're like, I'm not depressed. Why do I need therapy? But really, therapy is a tool to where you're using it before things were to get worse and to avoid being at your lowest low. I don't know about you, but why the fuck would you want to get to your lowest low before you climb out to the top again, right? BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video and even live chat sessions with your therapist. You don't have to see anyone on your camera. You don't have to wear pants. You don't even have to put on pajamas. You could be naked wherever you're at and do a therapy session with your therapist. So for me personally, I like to put my AirPods in. I'll walk around my desk room. I'll go for a walk outside when it's nice out, whatever it may be. And that's what works for me. It is customizable and it is more affordable than most in-person therapy. Give it a try. See why over 2 million people have used BetterHelp Online Therapy. And girls, don't forget to get on BetterHelp.com/DESB and put in that discount code. If you forget that, you do not get that 10% off your first month. And that is the deal with being a listener of Brunch with Desb. If you have any book recommendations, please, throw them my way. Will I listen to them? I don't know. I can't really promise you that. Launch is coming up. We have a new Buff Bunny launch coming. We have the Paragon launch coming the 12th. We have a new Petula launch coming. I'm like indifferent because I love a good launch. Like, I really do. But also, like, why are we still launching stuff in December? Like, I just feel like it's kind of the time to like relax, especially after Black Friday. Like, take a seat, take a fucking sit and stay sat, So to see like new launches, it does kind of stress me out because I'm like, bro, all these people just like all your customers just spent so much money all month and we still have one more launch. I don't know. I love the different launches. I love new things. But man, when you really think about the overconsumption and even the overproduction of companies, it is kind of crazy. Like there's this new Netflix series out. I think it's called Don't Buy. It's a docuseries, sorry. I have not watched it yet, but I do know it's about basically like overconsumption. I'm not going to sit here and sit on a throne and say, "Oh, I don't overconsume. I don't want to." Like I get it. It's a terrible habit that a lot of us are in. But it's hard because it's like, well, but like, what would we do? I don't know. I don't want to judge it because I get it from a business perspective of why people have to keep producing. You know, I genuinely get it. And there's always someone that's going to buy it, but then it goes into the hands of the buyer. What are you going to do with it? You know, and what happens when you're done with it? You know, are you just throwing it away? Are you recycling it? Are you giving it away? Like, I don't know. It really does. If you sit and you think about it and you think about like again, overconsumption, it's like it's hard to sit in. Like silence is deafening, you know, like let me tell you, I'm holding space for overconsumption. So yeah, new launches, like, you know, if you choose to purchase, as always, you know, please, you know, use my code. And, you know, of course I'm going to tell you guys about it and I'm going to review it and all that. But it does suck that it's so back to back because I know some of you guys can be like, well, can't you just like not post it? It's like, think of it like your job. Okay. You work for someone, right? You show up to work, you have to go to work. I work for these companies. I work for Petula. As much as the job description looks different, I work for them. And if I expect to get paid for my work, I have to show up to my job, you know? So as much as, oh yeah, like I could easily not post it, it's not respectful of me to do that to them. And also at the end of the day, if there's someone willing to purchase or wants to purchase and they use my code, I get to make income from that, right? So I'm doing the work I need to do. And I just keep it real here with that because I don't think a lot of people always understand the influencer world, so to speak. And listen, I'm not the world's biggest influencer, like by fucking any far. I'm like a little blimp on the planet. But if I can share a little bit of my experiences and what I do, it can maybe give you a little insight of what your other favorite people do as well. Okay. Oh, I did want to give a dairy-free update. Still dairy-free. I think I might have, I don't know. I don't think I slipped. I don't think I have slipped, but let me tell you, it's so overwhelming to like think about it that some days I'm like, oh my God, did I don't know. I don't think I am. Like I try to be very conscious, but there's so much sneaky dairy and stuff. Like, dude, you have no idea. Certain turkey sticks, right? Like just turkey, just beef sticks, turkey sticks, right? You're like, oh yeah, like it's literally just protein. No, it's not. No, it's not. Some of them can have this like starter kit in it that is made with fucking dairy. It's fucking crazy. So anyways, my dairy sticks that I eat, Old Wisconsin, shout out. They're dairy free, but just like an example, it's like there's just so much to go into it. So I don't think I've slipped. Evie's, she is so much better right now. Her temperament is better. Her poops are still like the same, to be honest. I don't know whether to expect anything differently. Like, I don't know that at this point for her, it looked like it's normal. I don't know. Mucusy-ish. I don't know, a little runny. I don't know. But she's also breastfed. She's got slobber all the time. She's swallowing her spit. I don't know. But her temperament has been 10 times better. She's been sleeping better. She has been taking, dude, I don't know if we're also just coming out of this 4-month regression. Like, she's officially 5 months, right? Like, dude, in the past, like, 2 days, she's slept more than she has, like, in fucking 2 months. Like, for real. She is napping. She is sleeping. Like, not sleeping through the night. I want to make that very clear. We are not sleeping through the night, but she's sleeping even during the day, like taking 2 naps, you know, stuff like that. And so it's been like pretty impressive. And I'm honestly like quite shook about it. So it's been good. It's been a good change of pace there. And I'm really happy to kind of see that we've finally seen, you know, the light at the end of the tunnel. Is this due to dairy free? I don't know. Like, I'm just still kind of doing it for the duration of it. if by that like 6 to 8, and that's like the detox phase, 6 to 8 weeks, there's no change, I will try to maybe reintroduce dairy and then see how she reacts. Like kind of reintroduce it, take it out, and then see how she reacts. But like it's just with dairy and stuff like that, you just don't know until you know. And it sucks. Like it sucks that you have to try it to rule it out, you know, and you can't just try it for like, oh, I'm just going to try it for like 2 days. Like you have to like fucking commit to it. Let me tell you, it's one thing I never thought I would do. I told up and down myself, I'm like, dude, if I ever had dairy to go dairy free, like fuck that. And here I am. Here I am. I'm currently dairy free. It's been eye opening, but I'll tell you, it's also been very, if you want to call it, educational for me, you know, being able to kind of notice what things have dairy in them. And also like some of my clients are dairy free, right? So now I'm able to help them in a different way as well, having also gone through it, which is cool. So that's my little DF update. Oh shit. Why would I forget to tell you guys this? I'm back on TikTok. I'm making it a goal. I'm going to post one video a day at least until I'm 30. I want to document the countdown to 30 and just see kind of where it takes me. I think TikTok can be so toxic. I kind of bounce in and off of there, but I've really dedicated my time. Like, hey, I'm not going to like scroll like crazy. You know, I'm not going to allow this to like take a lot of time away from me, but I do want to post and repost stuff I've already made. Like it's just an extra place to be. And I think once I have seen this postpartum fog lifted, my motivation was just through the roof. So I'm like, I literally said it on there. I'm like, listen, I'm back right now. I might not be back for long. Like very transparently, might not be here for long. So if you want to go follow me on TikTok, it's just DESB, the same handle as everywhere. But I'm excited. It's been fun. You know, I think I'm going in there with such like low pressure, low expectations, and it's just kind of a creative outlet. Like I'm just enjoying it, you know. The last thing that I wanted to spread a thought about was that Alex Cooper launched her Unwell Hydration drink. I almost said energy drink. It's not, it's just hydration. Think of it like Prime for pussies. So like for the girls is what I'm kind of saying. So I think, you know, a lot of people had a lot to say. She did partner with is it Nestle or whatever? And people were pretty upset about that. I guess Nestle's just, you know, one of those big companies that just like shit on a lot of people, like whatever. She definitely got her fucking bag. Let me tell you that. Like, dude, the amount of money Alex Cooper has probably made in the past 2 years is like fucking crazy. It's funny though to think about how Alex Cooper probably felt when her and Sophia had that fallout in the Barstool thing. Imagine how she probably felt, right? Like she probably felt like her life was over. Like honestly, she might have been like, dude, how am I going to bounce back from this? Honestly, she probably had those moments of fear and moments of regret. And just to be able to look at herself now, it has to be just crazy. Like, and she's like married now, just so many things you would have just never thought, you know, 3, 4, 5 years ago, which is crazy that happened back in 2020, I believe. Or maybe 21, regardless, almost 4 or 5 years ago, which is nuts. So she launched Unwell. I think it's genius. She has a lot of marketing in her videos and stuff. So the easiest thing to market is always like something you're drinking, and especially hydration wise, Prime Energy has just popped off so fucking hard. And even just any other kind of like hydration drink, Liquid IV, although it's a powder, still like, you know, popular products for hydration. So I think it was a smart move for her and definitely something that's been in the works. Like guys, things like this don't just come about in like 4 months. Like this is a long period of planning. So props to her for creating that. I'm going to try it. It's going to be available in Target January 1. I want to try it so bad. I bet it's delicious. I bet it's good. The branding Unwell is cute. I think it goes with her brand. Not really the biggest fan of the name. Like I wish it would have been more standalone, but also she knows what she's fucking doing. So I'm not batting an eye. I think it'll be good. It's cute. It's very feminine. People love Alex Cooper, bro. Everyone's going to go buy this. Like it's going to be rampant, to be honest. But I thought it was on brand. She's been a college athlete before. She drinks a lot, she did drink a lot. I don't know what her current, you know, how she parties now, but to have a hydration drink is very on brand for like her personality and what she's gone through. So I like it. Stamp of approval for me. I think it's cool. I personally thought it was going to be like vodka or seltzers or something. I did think for sure beverage. I just didn't expect a hydration drink. So there was mixed reviews. A lot of people like me, you know, I was like, oh my God, this is cool. I like it. A lot of other people, they thought it was, you know, kind of left field. They're like, wait, this was the announcement? Like, what the fuck? Like, and then a lot of other people on the other hand were like, I can't believe you would partner with Nestle. Like, you're a sellout. Like, a lot of negative feedback as well. So I'd be curious if you are a fan at all, you know, what you think. I have definitely come back around to being a fan of her. I took a long break from her after Call Her Daddy and that whole thing fell out. I just didn't like it. I've listened to her episodes here and there. I'm not a every week fan, but like, you know, if she got a good interview, I like to listen. And in general, seeing her succeed in what she's done is so inspiring. Like, I don't care if you like her or not. You can look at her story and what she's done and be like, holy fuck, that's so cool. Like, I would genuinely, like, probably, I would sell an arm for her to even just, like, share who I am. Like, knowing her female audience, dude, if any of them got to know who I am, like, I feel like she could blow me up. You know what I mean? Like, that would be crazy. So, Alex Cooper, just, you know, like, just share one of my posts. Imagine. One of the biggest questions I got in this past week was like, a lot of people didn't know that I was like a pageant queen. I did do 2 pageants in my life. My first was like a hometown. I won it. And because I won the hometown, you get to go on to like a bigger pageant. Whatever. I didn't win that bigger pageant. I placed top 5. So my pageant was like kind of fucked up with the experience that like I went through with it. So I just want to kind of story time it because it's funny looking back, you know, I was 17-year-old me. And how heavy these moments felt at the moment. And so I went out for this pageant. Mind you, it was in my hometown. I'd gone to my hometown school system for my whole life up until my freshman year of high school. After freshman year, I transferred to a different high school. So I went to school with all these people in my hometown for my whole life up until that point, right? For, you know, call it 10 years, right? Because I was in like for kindergarten all the way to freshman year with most of these people. So I transferred out. When you go out for your hometown pageant, you have to be living in the city limits. So although I went to a surrounding high school, going out for that pageant, I had to do my hometown pageant, right? So I went to the hometown pageant and there was this girl who was going to win. I mean, there was 2 girls that were probably going to win. They were like shoo-ins. Like, there's no fucking doubt in your mind that they would win. So me going out for it, did I really think I could win? Like, yeah, I did think I could win, but I also knew that there was a person who was like planned to win. So I was kind of like, like, well, fuck it. Like, we'll see how it goes. I honestly just wanted to kind of like dress nice, get a cute dress, potential for scholarship. And it's still a really high honor to like represent your community, which you had the opportunity to do. So I was like kind of embarrassed going out for it just because I was like, you know, it's kind of like, she doesn't even go here. It's how I felt, right? Because it was like, I don't go to this school and it, you know, it felt wrong. Fast forward, we do the pageant, I win. Okay, so, you know, oh my God, crazy. The girl that was supposed to win gets first runner-up. And then another girl gets second runner-up, who I was friends with for, you know, as a child. And then another friend, good friend, was Miss Congeniality. So here we are, we're all like good friends. The girl that was supposed to win was like quite honestly like fucking pissed. And, you know, hey, I don't blame you. Okay. She had done like other pageants before, and had won, right? And so like, of course she should win this. Well, she didn't. I fucking did. And it, you know, pissed her off, rightfully so. But also like, don't take that out on me. Sorry. You know, like I didn't make myself win. They still picked me like the judges. So fast forward, a new pageant gets introduced where all runner-ups, all first runner-ups can now go out for this new pageant that they fucking created out of a whim. They can go out for this new pageant and win to be a queen as well. So it's basically like thinking about it in a way of handing out a participation trophy. Thank you so much for winning runner-up, all of you guys. Now, one of you can now be a queen. So my first runner-up went out for it, and she won because it's politics, and they wanted her to win, and I fucking stand by that, and I'll say it with my fucking chest. So they set that all up for this person, and I fucking to this day believe that. And am I still petty 15 years later? Sure, because it hurt my feelings so badly as a 17-year-old girl, and these adults were responsible for it. So like, yeah, that's fucking terrible. So she wins, and what does this mean now? This means that she's a sister queen of me. That means that everything that I won to get to go to be a part of, this special opportunity as winning the queen, she now gets to do along my side. So not only is she my first runner-up, but now she gets to be her own queen of La La Land. It's literally a made-up. It was called Miss Spirit. They made it up. It's not a fucking town. It's not a community. It's fake. So you can get the negative energy here, right? So then we go out for this big pageant. Okay, so in the big pageant, this is where you can represent then the whole southwest of Michigan. It's really special, right? It's a huge opportunity. And now I'm going out for it, and so is my first runner-up. We get to the end of the pageant, and I'll just spoil it for you. She won. She won the whole thing. And I was in top 5, and I had to watch my first runner-up win over me. That might sound petty to some people, but it's not, because it was my opportunity to begin with, and she got it. And again, I'm 17. This hurt my feelings. Do the same thing for me at 29 right now. I'd probably think it was bullshit, but like whatever, I roll it off. I was 17. It was incredibly hurtful. So she ends up winning, and that's kind of where, the experience ended for me. I was like, okay, I'm checking out, like, fuck this. And to this day, they'll ask me to donate. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not donating to you, because it's political. And I wish I could go so deep into the lore of Southwest Michigan pageants, but there's these few people that are pretty much in charge of it all. And they know who they want to make win and who they don't. And they do that. And that's called corruption. And it exists at every level of everything. Okay. So fast forward into even the next year, mind you this, the next year, what did they do? They changed the rule. So Miss Spirit could no longer win Miss Blossom Time, okay? Fast forward now, fast forward every year, they changed every rule. They brought it back one year when they wanted someone else to win. Then they took it away the next year. And as of this year now, they can't do anything at all again. So it's funny to see the evolution for no fucking reason. Now, this is silly to talk about. It's a dumb, I don't want to call it dumb, no offense, but like it's a dumb like Southwest Michigan pageant. But I had to explain the lore to you guys of being a pageant queen and what it means in Southwest Michigan. It's like kind of a big fucking deal here. And so I was able to go volunteer at my hometown Queen Center, whatever you want to call it. And we did some mock judging. So I helped the new contestants going out. I interviewed them along with 2 other people, and we just, asked them questions and got them ready for their pageant interview. And it was really fun to see these girls, but it made me so sad looking at these girls who are, 16. Well, most of them were 17 or 18. And looking at them and just realizing like that was me, at the time, and how fucking hurtful these adult people in my position, older than me even right now, I'm 29, older than me now, making these choices to hurt young women is fucking crazy to me. If you're like listening and you're from like a surrounding city of mine, like how deep this goes, all the way from, Paw Paw downwards and stuff in Michigan. It ruined a lot of things for a lot of people, including in like other years, right? Because there were other queens who then had their first runner-ups be Miss Spirit and stuff too. Like there's a reason why we won. There's a reason why you win, right? And it's not to see the first loser come with you, with all due respect. Listen, you can probably tell, I don't believe in participation trophies. You know what I mean? Like you either win or you lose. And you can always get a good job. You can always do hey, next time. Hey, keep showing up. But not everyone has to win something. And I stand by that. Again, I'm talking about my 17-year-old self. I'm 29 now. I have learned so much. I've evolved. It really didn't matter at all. And at the end of the day, I'm so glad of where I'm at. Period. But it is funny to look back on. I want to one day do like maybe a interview or something with me and Wyatt, and him sit me down, kind of like a pageant interview. And I'll dress up for you guys too. Like, maybe I'll even what if I'll find my crown, bro, I need to find my crown and wear it for an episode. You guys would cackle over it. Mind you, it's my only time I ever won anything like that. And I've thought about doing pageants before, again, like after that experience, I was like, oh my God, do I want to do like Miss Michigan or whatever? And then I got tattoos and I was like, yeah, they would hate that. They would hate to see me coming. So we don't do that anymore. But it is funny to look back. And sometimes I do wish I could have done more in the pageant scene, because I think the platform that you're given on those like higher levels of competition is really cool. And I will never miss a Miss America pageant, bitch. If that's on TV, I'm watching. Miss USA, Miss Universe. Those aren't my favorite. I really like the Miss America organization, which if you didn't know, there's different organizations. And I can just really, I really stand for like Miss America. So I can be an advocate of pageants. I think it, even at that young age for me, it did teach me a lot, but it taught a lot of people a lot. And it was it was such a bad decision such a bad business decision to do that and to what they did as like owners of the pageants. It was so messy that year. I remember crying so much. I was just so hurt, and I was just so hurt. And again, I look back and I wish I could just hug myself. I was fucking 17. Good shit. Like, bro, I was 17 fucking years old. Like, give me a break. Give me a fucking break. And now here I am, 3 kids later, and I'm still talking shit about it. I'll stay petty. But I'm over it, really. But I'm over it. Am I? It's one of those defining moments though in your life, right? One of those core memories you'll never forget. So you guys enjoyed my lore for pageantry. I have to pee really bad, and Evie is awake and she's probably hungry. So I hope you guys had a beautiful day. Thanks for always hanging out with me. That's what this is at the end of the day. We just hang out. We just hang out with our things out. And we'll see you next Sunday. In 2 weeks, I think it'll be 2 weeks now. We're going to have our 2024 recap, which is really exciting, and go into 2025. So, mwah! Love you guys. Love you. Love you. Love you. I love you. Love you. I love you so much. I love you so much. I love you so much. Toodaloo, toodaloo.